Above all.
Before anything else? For example, above all, do not be rude to your parents. Above all, do not be rude to your parents.
At all once.
Suddenly. For example, all at once, a lion sprang out of the bushes. All at once, a lion sprang out of the bushes.
At large.
Free. For example, the murderer is still at large. The murderer is still at large.
Cheat on.
To be unfaithful to a romantic partner or spouse, or to be dishonest in a situation in order to be more successful. For example, Mila was tempting Sam to cheat on his wife.
Clog up.
To obstruct or block a passage, pipe, or system by causing congestion or accumulation of something. For example, the drains are badly clogged up.
Close down.
To permanently cease the operation or existence of something, such as business and organization. For example, the company closed down some years later.
Count on.
To rely or depend on someone or something. For example, her husband says, "If there's anything I can do, count on me."
Crack down.
A situation in which someone starts to deal with bad or illegal behavior in a more severe way. For example, his mother starts a crackdown on him, who always steals his friend's money.
Fall under.
To be classified or considered as part of specific category, group, or jurisdiction. For example, whales fall under the class of mammals.
Far and wide.
To distant places. For example, this news has spread far and wide. This news has spread far and wide.
Hike up.
To increase or raise something, especially prices or rates, often abruptly or significantly, or to walk up an inclined surface. For example, the rent for my house has hiked up 3 times.
Keep down.
To control or restrain something, such as emotion, noise, and expenses. For example, Grandma is going to sleep, so she tells the kids to keep the noise down.
Knock over.
To accidentally or intentionally cause something to fall or be pushed over, often resulting in it falling. For example, the birds knock over the rubbish bins in search of food and strew the contents all over the ground.
Lie on.
To recline or be in a horizontal position on a surface, such as a bed or couch. For example, Gina loves to lie on the beach enjoying the sunshine.
Pile on.
To criticize, blame, or attack someone verbally or emotionally, often collectively or simultaneously. For example, she took a piece of paper of the pile on her messy desk.
Pull through.
To recover or survive from a difficult, dangerous, challenging situation, often related to health or adversity. For example, for some weeks we wondered if Jason would pull through his illness.
Run down.
To hit and injure a person or animal with a vehicle, especially intentionally. For example, Lee was run down by a motorcycle.
Sleep over.
To spend the night as a guest at someone else's place. For example, Lily asks her mother, "Mom, can I sleep over at my friend's house?"
Stop over.
To make a short visit or stay at a place during a journey, often as a layover or temporary. For example, I stopped over a night in a hotel last night.
Tack on.
To add something, often as an additional or supplementary item or change. For example, the boss tacked onto him because he was useful.
Tape up.
To secure or close something using tape. For example, put the books into boxes and tape them up. Put the books into boxes and tape them up.
Tear down.
To intentionally destroy a building or other structure, because it is not being used or it is not wanted anymore. For example, they're going to tear down the old hospital and build a new one.
Track down.
To find something or someone after looking for it, him, or her in a lot of different places. For example, she finally managed to track down the small book she wanted.
Track down.
To search for someone or something, often when it is difficult to find that person or thing. For example, he's trying to track down one of his old classmates from college.
Wear down.
To make someone feel tired and less able to deal successfully with a situation. For example, all the stress and extra work are beginning to wear him down.
Wrap up.
To cover or enclose something with a wrapping material like paper or a cloth. For example, remember to wrap up warmly on cold days.
Wrap up.
To finish or complete something, often by taking the final steps or making final arrangements. For example, Kyle, let's wrap up the job and go home.